introducing Jimbo Salgado.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
guys?
what's good? Thank you so much for joining us. We have a slew of questions, and as you can see, Jimbo, he is a man that's always tirelessly working. I think when we message, it's like 11 your time, 11 a.m.,
Yeah,
11
we have
p.m.
a
on my
different
time.
time zone.
Yeah. So thank you so much for staying up late and enjoying this time with us. I hope that we can have you in the future live at some point. But if not, this is
Sure.
going to be an awesome time together with the team and the group that we have assembled today. So um, just wanted to jump into questions if that's cool, just to kind of get it started and get us
Yeah,
moving. Cool. So do me a favor, tell us a little about yourself, and tell us, where exactly your identities, how you grew up and so on and so forth, and some of your influences.
well, first, I was an animator. I didn't expect to be a comic artist. So that surprised me. But in the field of animation, it was a kind of like the training field for me to learn how to uh, do emotions and proper layouts and yeah, DC Comics found me. I think it's Jim Chadwick, the senior vice president, I think, of DC Comics.
Hmm.
So he handed me Batman. So that was my first part.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So how about your upbringing? What was that like? Did you grow up in the Philippines? Did how did you get it kind of interested in comic books and just artistry?
Actually, it was first, there's no social media, and everything was like a circle of friends who just see your work. Um, it was good still, but you know, you wanted some exposure. But Facebook, well, I'm a big fan of comics. Ever since that I saw that trading cards that I don't know if you remember the Jim Lee trading cards, the
Yep.
Marvel stuff that they've been releasing 1990, 1991, Fleer, Tops. Those start from there, and then I start drawing since like I was 9 or 10. So it kind of grows on me. At first, I was like I wanted to be in architecture, but somehow it got transferred to a different level. So I, I didn't promise to myself that I was going to be a comic artist, but hey, it's love and passion that I keep enjoying it. So that's why I keep looking for Jim Lee works or Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane. So those '90s artists kind of kind of made an impact on how I wanted to be today.
That's awesome. It's funny. I too, I had dreams of being in the comic book industry, and I have a cousin who was a phenomenal artist. He actually got his full scholarship to go to Pratt Institute. He ended up not going, but he really pulled me under his wing. And I also was thinking about architecture, so I have a real connection with you on that. I actually still
Well,
draw, not
sometimes
as good.
God has other plans.
Yeah, exactly. And we go our paths, and I think one of the things that's always been a constant is this creativity piece for me. So, talking about your career path, you kind of dabbled a little bit on it. Who brought you in, particularly in the Batman? But when you first got that first assignment, what were you feeling? Were you excited? Because this is Batman, right? It's iconic. So, did you feel prepared? Did
Yeah,
you feel honored? All that stuff, all
pressured.
the pressure, right? So, tell me about how that came about and how you had to prove yourself in the industry. Obviously they didn't just give you the book; you actually had to do some really grinding. So, tell me a little about that process.
Well, I was in the middle of my like, um, going to practicing on my styles back then. So I didn't know if I'm ready yet or not. So might as well take the chance. So I said yes, and then they gave me a deadline. So oh my god, here it goes. So and then while I'm doing Batman, I'm still working on Voltron. I don't know if you know Voltron.
Yes, yes. I'm a Gen Xer. I know Voltron. Thundercats, GI Joe, all that stuff that you probably watched over
Yes,
and over.
I
Yes.
was I was working on animation for Voltron,
Wow.
and it just it just crossed the schedule, and I don't know how to finish the Voltron and the Batman. So it kind of hard to explain how did I finish it, but eventually I did. So
Wow. So tell me even just to tap into that, the differences between the animation world and the comic book world, or maybe some of the overlaps. Like what were some of the things that you were able to kind of, transferable across the mediums?
well, the fun side in animation is you kind of learn how to move because it's like going to point A to point B by walking, and you kind of know how to animate going from there. So it's kind of fun. And then the acting skills. You have a like X sheet to follow, and then the process, everything. I love every moment in my animation day. So it was fun.
That's awesome. Actually, Voltron and Thundercats were one of my favorites growing up. And He-Man and all those Saturday morning cartoons and weekday afternoon cartoons at 3 p.m. I would rush over, and my parents would be like, "You need to study," and I was like, "Can we record this on our
I
VHS?"
know.
Hopefully, some
It
people
was
still
fun. It
know.
was like a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It was fun. It was really fun, and just being able to kind of, I actually found some old VHSs and I actually transferred them to DVD, and now I can find them online, so it doesn't even matter. But I'm nostalgic over this.
animation was animation was like a training field for me
Mm,
to learn how to draw and doing some poses that I was expanding my skills. So it really helps. It really helps on my comic skills. I didn't say that it was it was hard, but there's a learning curve.
yeah, yeah. So I follow you on IG and I see the process from like the pencils at the beginning and then how you kind of grid and kind of figure out and then all of a sudden it becomes this masterpiece. So can you walk us through like how you actually do your work and how you actually participate in like this from beginning to end? How do you choose what you do? Obviously you have commissions as well, which we'll talk
Well,
in a minute, but yeah, how do you do that? How do you go through that process?
it's kind of like in your head. It's kind of your like imagination is going to run wild. You have to be like a kid to draw like this and keep enjoying. So let's start. We just do some rough pencil layouts, and then from there, I kind of choose which one that I prefer to do. You know, what makes it more effective, and then from there, I choose. For example, I choose the layout two, and then from there, I can imagine what will happen and what drop shadow are appropriate for that layout, and from there, I get the details, and
Yeah.
it's hard to explain.
No, I know. So the funny part is I actually have watched your videos. I've seen your IGs, and just the attention to detail. I'm still amazed at how intricate you actually go through every dot, every line, everything that you put on there. It's amazing, and I don't know how you get it done so fast. So,
That's where Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane comes in through,
mm,
and even Lionel Yu and some Miko Sawayan in the mix. So Travis Charis too, and then some. I don't know if you know Tim Bradstreet and John Romita Jr. John Romita Jr.
yep.
is right now is my best. I don't know, composition wise, layout, character placing. I love his work.
That's awesome. So you named a whole slew of people, and John Romita Jr. especially. So who were the folks that when you were growing up you like idolized? I know that we had the Image era, and we had Marvel and DC, and some of the independents, but who are the folks that you idolize, and then who do you really, some of the artists that you look at right now, that you really are, they're promising. Which ones are the ones that you follow too?
Right now, I'm looking work at John Romita Jr., Arthur Adams, Travis Charest, um, Lionel Yu, locals here, Miko Suayan, Stephen Segovia. I don't know. There's a lot of artists right there right now that I can't even say their names, but when I see their work, it's kind of inspiring me. Even though I'm not totally getting how to do it, I just want to watch it and then, ooh, wow, I want to work right now. I want to draw. I want to draw. I want to express what I saw right now. So that pumps me up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, before we get to any exclusives or revealing anything like that, I actually put together a little slideshow for us to kind of showcase some of the exclusives for the Gen X community. But
Actually,
yeah.
I added more exclusive for you.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's a surprise, everybody. This is right
All
now
right.
an exclusive. That's so cool. Awesome. Well, we can go ahead in and talk about it and just let people know also how they can
Yeah,
actually
sure.
purchase them as well. So let me see if I can share. I'm going to
Okay.
try and share my screen, and then there we go. All right. So I'm going to share the screen. So here are some really cool um, Jimbo Salgado exclusives, and we're going to actually be sharing the newer ones that are coming up. So here we go. So we have Electra here, and this one. What was the inspiration behind this one?
I want her and like she's like not the alpha male, but she was the alpha of
Yep,
the whole ninja clan. So that's why I put her in front, and then the ninjas are in the back, so you can
that's
feel the
cool.
vibe of her being badass.
She's pretty badass in this picture. When I saw this, I was like, "What is
And I
happening?"
I added red for for some flavor.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about her kind of donning the Daredevil costume?
I kind of like it. You
Yeah.
know, it's a mix up, but I haven't fully read the comic yet. But I see some of the artists working on the covers. And
Okay. Cool.
I thought it
Cool.
was something else, but I was surprised it was Electra.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, we're. I
that's
think
cool.
we've all been surprised since she's died and come back many a time. So that she's obviously an iconic figure in the
I
Daredevil
know.
world. So all right, and here's the next one, Punisher. I was geeking out when I saw this. So much
Hmm.
detail. So how about this one? Why did you pick this character?
um, I wanted like a series of for Marvel Knights. So those characters are grouped for Marvel Knights. So
That's so cool.
Elektra, Punisher, Moon Knight, Daredevil, and it's supposed to be to have um, Power Man
Yep.
and Ghost Rider and Dagger. So
Wow.
no time, no time to work for them. So,
Wow. That's awesome.
but I do have Power Man.
Cool. Well, let me pull out of this and stop sharing so that way we can see you. That is freaking amazing. That is crazy. Iron Fist, Power Man. I'm sorry, Power Man. That is so
Power Man,
cool. That is so cool.
and I did add a Ghost Rider,
Oh
but
my
this one is
gosh.
already sold. So
I know. I actually wrote in your IG, in your chat, I was like, I need that one. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Wow. Wow.
and this is the added new piece.
Whoa. So that's a Gen X exclusive piece that people can buy.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. So I asked Jimbo if he could provide these. I'm also going to be giving away one of my prized Jimbo Salgado possessions as well as part of the group. And so we hope that you all can kind of come to his. How do people claim these? By the way, if they want to offer, and how much do they cost? We can
Well,
post
they can
both of them.
contact me on, yeah, we can direct message me on Facebook and
Okay.
Instagram. Just search my name, and I think I
And
got three accounts on Facebook. So
okay. Well, I put it on the ticker. So if you're looking to message Jimbo, that's actually his ticker, his IG. His handle is Jimbo 03 Salgado. I'll be giving this
yeah, that's
Joker
good.
away. This is an awesome Joker. He's blowing up. Looks like a
No,
warehouse. I know I'm dying. But I did end up
yeah,
buying the Daredevil one. That's not for sale because that's mine and I'm going to put it in my collection. I'm so excited to have that come. That will never leave me. But I thought to myself, I want to give away something of Jimbo's that just to show love to the community. But that's going home with me, and no one's touching that ever, ever, ever. That's going up in a frame, and definitely is going to be part of my collection forever. So thank you so much, my friend. Yes, that's awesome. So again, if you want to pick up
you're
any of these
welcome.
exclusives, make sure that you claim and instant message Jimbo 03 Salgado on IG. Um, if you and mine have a couple more questions, but I promise I won't take up much of
Sure.
your time. But what are you working on now? What books are you working on, and what is maybe some future work?
Right now, I'm signed to a contract for Lady Z that's going out for Image Comics. I guess. I think. And 100 Souls,
Wow,
and that is going to Image Comics as well. Yeah,
that's
those two,
awesome.
and Muffy for Unknown Comic Books.
Yeah,
Muffy, the Pimp Slayer.
Pimp Slayer. I actually own one of those actually copies. I was able to get one of those, and I saw that you actually also
I'm still working on those.
yeah, that's really cool. Those are really cool independents. I actually enjoy those. They're out there for sure, but the artwork is phenomenal. So congratulations
Yeah,
on that. So again, if you could, I had a couple more questions just to keep you a little bit. I'm geeking out a little bit with you today because I think you're around my contemporaries as well. And so
sure.
again, people can follow you on IG at Jimbo 03 Salgado. If people are looking to even see some of
Mm-hmm.
your work and even buy some in the future. Um, so
Yeah.
just in general, what are some things that you could possibly pass on to folks who are interested in getting into the field, are currently in the field, and what are some things that you would share upon the community about where the comic book industry, how to get involved, and how to, if you're interested in writing or if you're interested in animation or drawing artistry, what should they do first?
Um, Artist advice? Yeah. Have a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Sometimes there's a downside and the upside on the comic community for artists. There's a lot of soldiers out there and soldiers artists out there
Mm,
that are competitive with you. So if you do not bring always your A game, you'll always be left behind. And
mm,
without teaching yourself to be better as an artist, you can't grow. You're like a stagnant.
yeah.
You have to have communications with everybody as well, and um, meet deadlines. that's
See,
that's
that's a big part, right? The professionalism, meeting those deadlines on time.
meet deadlines and keep keep yourself free. At least save some time for to breathe. Not always is a work.
Mm,
Well, this is fun for me, but you know, it sometimes it sometimes circulates in the long run. Hey, I'm working. I need to rest. So sometimes taking up the pressure is it's good. So keep practicing.
Hmm.
It helps. And oh yeah, have good communication with your fellow artists. Sometimes they can give you work.
Mm. That's really cool. That's
So
actually interesting. I'm
be
surprised that you said that.
be
That
good
so
to them.
referrals. That's really cool. Yeah. I mean, I think part of it
Hmm.
too is you have to build that
Sometimes
community.
community, yeah.
Yeah.
Communicating with your fellow artists, be friends with them. Sometimes they have connections. Connections is more important. If they know where to get you this editor, they will help you. So
Mm,
be good to everybody. They will
that's
help.
awesome.
Sometimes the person that you didn't expect that will help you. They have some work for you. So
That's cool. That's so
I
cool.
learned that a lot.
So, a lot of cons are coming back into the fold again and everybody's flocking to them. Is that
I
also,
miss Comic Con.
do you?
I miss Comic Con.
Oh, I was going to ask you what do you
I
I
miss Comic
so
Con.
what do you miss about Comic-Con?
The fans, the show, um, the display, and the panels, and just having the vibe there, and just enjoy the show. Having fun.
That's
I miss the
awesome.
people.
Yeah. Meet some people, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, as far as are you doing any other cons in the future? Are you traveling? Or are you just so busy with work?
LA Comic Con is inviting me in December,
Cool.
but this thing called monkeypox and high cases of COVID again, and then
Yes.
there's this.
More
So
barriers.
maybe, yeah, more conflicts.
Well, I'm glad I
Um,
get to host you
maybe
virtually.
maybe 2023. I'm
Okay.
planning to go to Heroes Con and Chicago Comic Con. Um, Darren will be inviting me for MegaCon in Florida, I think, and then New York Comic Con in Los Angeles Comic Con. Hopefully, all squeeze out in 2023. I
Wow,
just
you
gotta figure out how to type schedule.
yeah, that's a tight schedule, especially with like the work that you already have on your plate
Hmm.
too. So and having to deal with, every life just period. So I appreciate you giving us time. I know this is a virtual mini conference, so you could put this as part of your schedule. You can mark it right off, and I appreciate it. It's so much fun to
I
have time
did.
with you. This is so cool. So everyone,
Thank
please,
you.
please make sure you follow Jimbo on IG. Message him. Make sure that we sell out because these joints are amazing. These
I
artists. I
can't
mean,
promise if I can hold them, so if you
okay.
can contact me as soon as possible.
Yes. Yes. So we'll make sure on the 13th, I'm gonna make sure that folks understand that this is time sensitive. So these exclusives, these Gen X exclusives need to be claimed as soon as possible on that day. I don't know if you know this, Jimbo. I actually the meetup and conference is actually going to be open for 24 hours, which is different because it's virtual.
Ooh,
So people get to go to booths, and so you're going to have a booth there, and so people will be able to
oh,
connect with you
nice.
that way, and so they'll be able to communicate with you directly also via email, and hopefully if you want to claim as fast as you can, let them know. How much do these go for typically?
$400.
$100. What? Awesome.
Four
Oh,
hundred.
400.
Four
Ooh,
hundred dollars.
you gave me a heart attack. I was like, no, no, Jimbo. They should be going for thousands of dollars. These are masterpieces. So 400 bucks. That
Thank
is
you.
a steal. That is awesome to have an original piece of artwork from the legendary Jimbo
Oh, free
Salgado.
shipping.
Free shipping. See? That's part of it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I appreciate that. So again, you got these Gen X exclusives. Please make sure that you support Jimbo and sell it out, because I don't want anybody else to have them because they're Gen X exclusives. So make sure that you buy them and get them ASAP. Jimbo, it was a great pleasure. Thank you so much for carving out some
Thank
time.
you,
I know this is a
Joseph.
busy time. And I want to also thank you for just being who you are. I've talked to other folks and said that you are one of the nicest, most amazing personalities in comic book.
No way.
Yeah, man. I've been at Comic Cons and talking to folks, and they say, well, who have you seen or who are your favorites? And I always talk about you, and people say, oh, he is the nicest guy. So I just wanted to give you props for that, for being such a great highlight in the industry. Um, and you can have ego
Well, it's
and
part
you
of
don't.
being a Filipino, being hospitable.
Yes, I'm Puerto Rican, so I get you. The cultural piece definitely connects very well to my profession, and also, the comic book world. That's why I love
I
these
think
people.
we inherit some of your languages, so
You sure
we're
did.
not different from each other.
Yep. Yep. We're cousins, so to speak. So, so thank you so much. I
Yeah,
appreciate you,
hermano.
hermano. Yes, yes. See, we got the same language. So please stay in touch. I really, I absolutely honor your craft and your artistry. I think you are one of the best in the business, if not one of the best in the business. And thank you for being such a beacon for a lot of
Thank
people.
you.
All right, cool. Everybody, this is Jimbo
Thank you so
Salgado,
much.
and he is on the Gen X meetup. Peace.